Well, you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Philadelphia Eagles. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start with the option. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Hurts going to keep this himself. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
It's fourth down.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Shotgun snap to lock. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And the return man will shuffle through the white stuff, secure the fair catch with both hands. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 24, Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Hurts is going to try and run. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
9 yards on the 1st down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1. Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to let this. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jake Elliott.
A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
Good.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Block now to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And they'll run the option to start the drive. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts taking it in. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Eagles 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
The tackle.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Locke. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards there and a first down. Locke on the give, it's Lindsey. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, if you...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Good. Makes the score Eagles 28.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Jay Hamler on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. There he goes, left side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
1st and
a big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense? And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
He was brought down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And they'll run the option here with Hurts. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Is good.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30.
The partner, not only is he kicking himself right now, he's going to petition the league for 99-yard fields. That's almost not fair to get it that far and not get into the end zone. Nevertheless, a great return.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Down by Javon Hargrave. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front. And in comes the flag. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And McManus able to put it through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. KJ Hamler returning it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A pass there complete to Sutton, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. Locke working out of the gun. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 30.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Locke now on 1st down. He'll find Lindsey here. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On play action, Locke. This is the tight end Fant. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Locke gonna go on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. That's out to the left flat and complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
The 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On the option, it'll be Hurts. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Eagles 42.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey, and he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap? We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
The tackle made.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hurts, he's going to keep this on the option.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this.
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll go for it. It's Locke. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32.
They'll go with the option, coming right. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? 49. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Eagles, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they will hit the